The ministration of death, written and engraven in stones, was glorious. If the law was glorious, so that the children of Israel could not steadfastly behold the face of Moses for the glory of his countenance, which glory was to be done away, how shall not the ministration of the Spirit be rather glorious? For if the ministration of condemnation be glory, much more doth the ministration of righteousness exceed in glory. To which Cambridge commented about this: the brightness of God's glory was reflected upon the face of Moses. The brightness of his glory reflected on Moses. Exodus 34. To such an extent that the children of Israel dared not approach him. Now keep that in mind. Remember, he had to put a veil on his face because they were afraid. Verse 10. For even that which was made glorious had no glory in this respect, by reason of the glory that excelleth. Meaning that the gospel shines so much brighter that it's as if the law had no glory at all once that the gospel showed up. The imagery seems to bring before us the symbolic meaning of the transfiguration. Moses and Elijah appear in glory, but the glory of the Son of Man surpasses that of either. And what did they represent? Remember how they both showed up? They were truly there with Christ. But Moses represented the law and Elijah the prophets, which make up the entirety of the Old Testament, basically. And it's showing how Christ, how they look to Christ. All points to Christ. Verse 12. Seeing then that we have such hope, we use great plainness of speech, and not as Moses, which put a veil over his face, that the children of Israel could not steadfastly look to the end of that which is abolished, but their minds were blinded. For until this day remaineth the same veil, untaken away in the reading of the Old Testament, which veil is done away in Christ. But even unto this day, when Moses is read, the veil is upon their heart. The Jews had no desire to behold the glory of God, the shining face of Moses, a type of Christ. They didn't want to look upon that. It scared them too much. It was too real, too close, too much of God. They were content with the law by itself, and therefore preferred the glory to be hidden by a veil, prefiguring them being blinded after their rejection of Christ many years later. Now, how do we know that the veil has been done away with, though? Well, it's plain to see. The veil being done away has been clearly demonstrated among the Gentiles preaching the gospel ever since their rejection, ever since the Jews' rejection of the actual glory of God, which is Christ, if you see Hebrews 1:3.